So Wilder's got a big right hand, I've got a great left hand. So it's going to be a matchup of a great boxing match, and that's the one that everyone wants to see.
Look, we all know that Deontay Wilder is no longer in his prime, but I still find the fight interesting, and I imagine the reason you do too is because he's one of the biggest names of your era.
It's biggest names. This is man last 10 year top fighter. It's, I think for me it's a great fight.
Anyone can beat anyone in boxing. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm 2090-0 and this man's won 39 fights. It doesn't matter. It's heavyweight boxing. Small glove on. I've seen this man knock out many men before. Anyone who lands properly will go. There's no such thing as having this unbelievable chin and whatever else. If you hit right, you'll go, that's it.
The heavyweight division is buzzing as Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora edge closer to their mega showdown, sparking bold predictions from heavyweight pros.
So I've just seen that Chisora and Deontay Wilder are going to do a fight. I think this is a great fight. You know, I've fought both of these men 3 times each, actually. Just thought of that. And I think it's a very, very good fight. But on this one, I'm going to go with my boy, Del Boy, War Chisora, for a stoppage. Get up there, Derek! Come on!
Anthony Joshua has made it clear where his loyalties lie, saying he would like to see Derek Chisora come out on top in a clash with Deontay Wilder. Joshua's support reflects his respect for Chisora's toughness and experience, believing the veteran can overcome Wilder's power in the ring.
They got them old school granite chins, do you know what I mean? I don't think either of them can knock each other out. But I want Chisora to win. I think it'll be better in terms of boxing skill, and I think they'll be a little bit more cautious because they know what they can kind of do. They gave it a lot and it took a lot out of them last time, so I'm sure they won't want to go through that exact same punishment. So I think there's going to be a lot more better boxing, and I think when it sparks, it's one of them ones that it's going to really kick off.
Alexander Usyk backed Deontay Wilder, admitting Wilder may even possess more punching power than himself. Usyk praised Wilder's knockout ability, suggesting that despite criticism, his raw power still makes him a dangerous threat in the heavyweight division.
Of course, Deontay Wilder is one of the biggest punchers in heavyweight history.
Ja już poнял. Maybe, but maybe. Yeah.
Lawrence Oka, a light heavyweight boxer, shared his expert analysis of the Wilder versus Chisora fight. He predicted that Derek Chisora's relentless pressure and inside fighting style would likely give him the edge over Deontay Wilder.
We'll see a better version of Wilder than last time out, but I believe one man's grit, pressure, and somehow one man's physically and mentally declined less, and that man is Derek Chisora. I think Derek's style's all wrong for Wilder, especially at this stage in his career when he's gun shy. Even at his best, he never liked pressure fighters. I think Derek takes him into deep waters and he drops.
Recent concerns about Deontay Wilder highlight that he appeared gun shy and hesitant in bouts against Gaele Zhang and Joseph Parker. While external factors may have impacted his performances, it's important to note that his losses came exclusively against elite top-tier opponents.
Wilder fought Zhang. I seen him at the public workout. He was giving it bomb squad. I thought he was back. But in the ring, he wasn't the same. He was gun shy. Big Bang Zhang made him think he was Michael Jackson, giving it the spin, and then we're all seeing what happened. Good night. And again, it wasn't much better when he fought Joseph Parker. It went the distance, but again, he was gun shy, and he was more like Forrest Gump. He just ran. He did claim to have issues, and he says he's better now, so we'll see. And I do get it as a fighter. Sometimes you have things going on outside of boxing which affect the boxing. And I think sometimes the fans forget we're just human, not robots. And yes, I know everyone's got a sob story, but my point is, you can have some bad performances and get back on track. I just think in boxing, people are very quick to write you off. In football, you don't have a few bad games and people say to retire. The fact is, he's only lost to good fighters. Tyson Fury, arguably the second best heavyweight in the world. Again, Joseph Parker's a great fighter. Top 5. Big Bang Zhang, as the name suggests, he's got power, he's very technical, and he's a southpaw. It's a dangerous combination. The problem he's got no gas tank. But if I can speak, for 5 or 6 rounds, he's dangerous.
John Fury says he'd happily bet £10,000 on Derek Chisora, walking through Deontay Wilder with his hands high, believing Chisora's pressure and grit will overwhelm Wilder's fading power, making a big statement in what could be one of Chisora's fiercest performances yet.
Usyk's good, but he's not an Hall of Famer. He's not. It's just that Tyson wasn't himself in them 2 fights because he was past his best. Wilder had done him. Wilder can't walk. You what he has, and I'll have a little bet now, 10 grand. Old Chisora will walk straight through Wilder with his hands high, he'll be over.
I'm with you, mate.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Chisora.
Promoter Ben Shalom offered a sharp backhanded take on the fight. Shalom remarked that it's amazing that Chisora is still competing at a high level, but suggested that Wilder looks completely finished and maybe the one who should consider retirement.
First off, I can't believe we're still speaking about Derek Chisora. Incredible renaissance. I remember a couple of years ago even looking at fights and certain broadcasters saying, please be careful, Derek should retire. And he's gone on and he's beaten fighters and he's come back. I think for me, one fighter that should have retired is Deontay Wilder. So I think, look, both of them at the end of their careers, I think Chisora's got a lot more left than Deontay Wilder, I have to say. And
I think Wilder's a spent
I'm
force.
surprised to see him in the ring, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, he's earned a huge amount of money. Yeah, I'm surprised, but fair play to him. You know, he obviously thinks he's got something left in him, but if you look at his last 2 or 3 fights, he really looks completely finished.
Wow. I know you're not that interested in how it goes. Is that because of your spat with Deontay?
I just think he's a moron. I think his behaviour is moronic. But the outcome, I think, probably, I would say it's a turd of a fight and has no substance to it. But the thing is, that would be undermining Chisora.
Chris Algeri says, I'm going with Chisora, believing Derek Chisora's relentless physical pressure and inside aggression will trouble Deontay Wilder. Algeri highlighted Chisora's relentless pressure and toughness, reminding fans of how he pushed elite opponents like Alexander Usyk.
I'm with you, Robert. I'm leaning Chisora. I just think that he's just so durable. He's so physical. He's a big heavyweight. Deontay Wilder's never been big for the weight. You know, he's usually in the 2 teens. You know, 214, 215. We've seen him get a little bit heavier, but he wasn't as dangerous there. But he's always got that right hand, and that thing is a missile. And if he connects, I don't care who you are. He's knocked out. He'll knock out anybody. I used to always joke he'll knock out a dinosaur because the right hand that he has is heavy duty. But Chisora, man, he's so rough and physical. He gave Usyk hell when Usyk first came up. I don't know if you remember that, Robert. Chisora and Usyk, he gave him hell for the beginning of that fight. So I think it's going to be a rough and tumble fight. I do lead towards Chisora, which I'm shameful. I'm not going with the U.S. heavyweight. We have so few, but it is what it.
For both fighters, this is not just about winning. It's about survival in the sport. Wilder, once feared as one of the hardest punchers in boxing history, has faced a noticeable decline in recent years. Chisora, on the other hand, has staged a late career resurgence.
Right, who wins? I mean, which way is everyone leaning? I feel like everyone's leaning the way of Derek Chisora. I think people are looking at Wilder's most recent performances, not the Tyrell Herndon one, but the one before that against Zhilei Zhang, before that against Joseph Parker. Obviously, there is Helenius knockout victory sort of sandwiched in between that and the Fury defeats, but we haven't seen the Wilder for a very, very, very long time. Whereas Chisora is actually coming off 3 consecutive wins. It does feel like those wins are years ago, because we don't see Chisora as active as he used to be, but that's going to happen when you approach 50 fights. You're going to slow down a bit, but he's coming off an Otto Volin win, a Joe Joyce win, a Gerald Washington win, and each time I think the level has increased. So Chisora's coming off some good wins, some relatively good wins. Wilder's coming off some relatively bad performances, so I guess you look at that and it seems a shoo-in that Chisora gets it done and he drowns Wilder, right? Chisora in that kind of smothering on your chest way of fighting.
Derek Chisora has made it clear that April's bout against Deontay Wilder will mark the end of his storied career, insisting that this 50th fight really is his last. At 42, the veteran heavyweight has repeatedly spoken about bowing out after this grueling chapter, acknowledging the toll boxing has taken while expressing readiness to walk away from the sport he loves. Chisora's camp and longtime supporters have reinforced his retirement intention, noting that the physical demands and his age make this farewell fight especially meaningful. As he prepares for one final night in the ring, Chisora's focus remains squarely on ending his career on a memorable note.
I won't go back. Well, I'm in, I'm done. You say this is it, I'm done with dealing with you. I'm a married man, leave me alone. I'm finished with you. You don't go back because that's when you get
risks.
Risks, yeah.
You're talking about risks.
Yeah, so no.
So you've I'd say woken up to, we've talked about this many times, you and I remember you telling me once, when I'm dead and gone, when I'm 6 foot under, they'll have to put extra nails in the coffin to stop me crawling out and fighting again.
Yeah, but now not anymore. Now I'm just.
How do you know that? How do you know what's in you that you know that?
Because you just know. You know, in life, you know when your relationship is running out of time. You know, you try fight for it, but you know it's done. You as a man, you just know.
Why is it the right fight with Deontay, the last one? Is it because you're both at 50, you're both iconic figures?
Because he's an American. I only boxed 2 Americans in my life. Malik Scott, Gerald Washington, and Deontay Wilder now. And he's a big puncher, and he's never boxed in London. So why?
Nikisa Badarian shared his thoughts on the showdown between Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder during MFP Pro, praising the promotional effort behind the fight. He noted that promoters have done an excellent job of connecting the matchup with a younger audience, using modern platforms and storytelling to build interest beyond traditional boxing fans. Varian emphasized that fights like this benefit from strong digital engagement, helping keep the heavyweight division relevant and exciting. While opinions on the bout itself remain divided, he believes the buzz generated shows how effective promotion can elevate even unexpected matchups into must-watch events.
Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora. Where are you on this fight, Nikisa?
I think, look, it's an exciting, end of career journey for 2 heavyweights that made a real impact within the sport. So from an entertainment perspective, to your point, I think it's a great matchup for the fans. And I think, the promoter of the event does a good job of connecting it to the young demographic as well. So you get a bit of both in terms of that. And that was the success of Paul Tyson's. It was 6 different generations. So Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder doesn't mean a lot to a 14-year-old, a 20-year-old, a 22-year-old. But because of who the promoter is in Misfits Pro, they're able to connect with the more digitally native.
Deontay Wilder confirms that if he emerges victorious against Derek Chisora, he intends to continue his boxing career, remaining fully committed to his long-term goal of unifying the heavyweight division. Despite being 40 years old, Wilder emphasizes that he feels rejuvenated and physically capable, attributing this to careful attention to his diet and lifestyle. He has incorporated changes that boost his energy, enhance recovery, and maintain peak performance, demonstrating that age does not define his physical limits.
And that's what makes great fights, So I'm looking forward to my version of me being healed back and being better. I need someone like Derek to bring everything he got, and I needed to be out of my comfort zone, in a different location and place, and here I am, So God is good, He's amazing, and things don't happen, for no reason. I think all things happen for a reason. And we'll see what the reason behind this one after the victory.
Wilder also makes it clear that his focus is entirely on Chisora. He has deliberately avoided analyzing or window shopping other fighters, ensuring that all his mental and physical resources are dedicated to this matchup. This singular focus reflects his seriousness about the challenge ahead, the respect he has for Chisora's abilities, and his determination to perform at his highest level. Wilder frames this fight as both a personal and professional milestone.
Do you see Deontay Wilder in a ring if you get the victory on Saturday? Do we see him again?
Most definitely. I'm here for the long run. Things, like I said, my goal is to unify the division. And I won't stop until I do that. At least that's what my body is telling me at this moment in time. I am 40, but I feel 19, I have added a lot of things to my diet. I never was a bad eater. I never intaked a lot of bad things, but I have added to allow me to feel this way, Certain people get to a certain age and they feel they're getting older, which you are. Every year you get a certain age. You can't control it every year, but you can control how you feel inside. And as human beings, we get lazy because we want other people to fix us instead of we fixing ourselves. And for me, I like to fix myself. I like to put the things that I know that will benefit me and have me feeling energized, have me feeling great every morning and every night, you know. So I feel amazed.
Chisora has openly admitted that facing Deontay Wilder will be one of the toughest challenges of his career. While Chisora has built his reputation on grit and forward pressure, he knows Wilder's power, one of the most feared in heavyweight history, creates an extraordinary threat that few opponents have truly contained. Although Chisora and Wilder have struck a friendly tone in recent media appearances, the Briton hasn't downplayed the level of difficulty ahead, acknowledging that Wilder's knockout capability and unpredictable punch timing demand full respect and preparation. At 42, and approaching what may be his final professional fight, Chisora is bracing for a war, recognizing that this bout could test him harder than almost any other opponent he's faced.
Do you think this is going to be the hardest fight of your career?
Yes.
Why do you think that? Because you fought some of the best fighters in the world already.
This won't be a hard one because he wants to win and I want to win. So we'll see. And he's a very stubborn guy.
The heavyweight division at the moment is busy. There's lots of fights happening, big names. If you win on Saturday, there are going to be... You'll say no to those big fights that are going to be put on the table in front of you.
Yeah, what's the point?
Wilder has made it clear that his heavyweight showdown with Derek Chisora isn't just another fight on his record. It's a pivotal moment in his career. Wilder openly admits he needs this matchup more than Chisora does, viewing the veteran Brit as the perfect challenge to prove he still belongs atop the heavyweight landscape. With his confidence through the roof after overcoming past injuries and setbacks, Wilder said he's expecting a motivated and live Chisora and welcomes that intensity because it pushes him to show he's back in elite form. He sees this fight as more than a tune-up. Wilder believes beating Chisora convincingly could reignite his path toward bigger opportunities in the division and reaffirm his relevance among the elite heavyweights.
I told Derek before, and I told the world, I need Derek more than Derek needs me.
Over 10 years in the making.
Most definitely. It's been over 10 years in the making for sure. I mean, we're talking about before being a champion. I was supposed to fight Derek. I was supposed to fight him in December of last year, and then again in February, and now we're here in April. Well, I need Derek more than Derek needs me. Because of what I'm trying to do with myself and my career, you know, Derek, he says that this is his retirement fight. And for me, I have other adventures that I want to carry on after this fight. So with that being said, we know that he's an Energizer Bunny in the ring, non-stop, consistent, come. And I'm gonna need that pressure. And he throws everything in the kitchen sink at you. He don't care where you hit you. And that's what I'm gonna need at the end of the day to feel that I'm properly back like I need to.
Wilder has repeatedly emphasized that he and Derek Chisora share a respectful, cordial relationship outside the ring. Even as they prepare to meet in London for their heavyweight showdown, despite the competitive stakes and the fact that both fighters refuse to underestimate each other, Wilder has spoken about mutual respect and camaraderie built over the years in the sport, noting that they've kept things friendly in public appearances and media obligations. Both fighters have even been pictured together smiling, joking, and engaging warmly during promotional events, underlining that their personal relationship isn't rooted in real animosity. That said, Wilder has also made it clear that once the bell rings, friendship will be set aside and they'll compete with full intensity, highlighting the mix of respect and rivalry that often defines elite boxing matchups.
You guys are good friends. If you do beat him and you send him into retirement, we almost feel quite sad to be the one to do it.
Not at all. I mean, we understand what we signed up for. We understand the mission. You know, may the best man win. When you're friends in this business and you fight, you become closer friends, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm looking forward to, you know, after this, just becoming even more closer. Maybe spending more time over here. I come over here, you see me, you'll see Derek.
And what I love about this fight is you guys got on the phone and actually made it happen yourself, no promoters, no managers. How did those conversations go? And is this something that boxers of the new generation can learn from?
They can very well learn from everything that we're doing in this process of promoting a fight, to take a page out of our book of what we're doing and how we're promoting. As we see, we're two grown men. We're loving fathers, and we know how to conduct ourselves in a surrounding that's fit for us to conduct ourselves. When we get in the ring, it's gonna be a different thing. It's gonna be a total, I'm telling you that right now. I know, there's no friends in the ring.
Who do you think will win? Wilder's knockout power or Chisora's relentless pressure?